Deciding which campaigns to create for your Amazon product is really, really important. You need to decide exactly which campaigns are gonna spend your money and which campaigns can drive you the biggest possible outcome. Today, I'm gonna share my process of deciding which campaigns to create, which keywords to use, and how to start them. Here we go. I usually identify 3 to 4 different criteria. The first one is the budget that you can allocate. The second one is the stage of your product, current stage. Is the beginning of the life cycle? Is it closer to the end? Is it in its peak, right? What are your objectives with this product? Do you want to maximize the profits? Do you want to maximize the sales to build rank? Are you trying to re-rank the product to launch it from the scratch? These are all different situations, right? And they will depend on your internal goals and your business situation, and they will dictate you which ad campaigns you need to create. For this example today, we're taking the ASIN on the screen. We are estimating that it sells around 700 units a month with average price of $130. We assume that this product brings in between 90 and 100,000 a month in revenue. And the owner of this product hired us to identify which campaigns we need to start. His desire is to spend about 15% of his revenue on ads. So this is going to be about $15,000 budget. These are the inputs, and his objective is not to grow the brand awareness or something. He just wants to invest dollars in pay-per-click and see the increase in total sales. That's his goal, and hence our goal when we decide which campaigns to create. We want to take the 15,000 budget and implement it in the highest possibly converting ad types. Today, I'm going to unveil my own way of looking at it, and I'm looking at it from the advertising funnel structure, right? On the top, you have at the bottom, we will start with the highest converting ones, and we will finish with the top. I want to quickly go over this. Anyone interested in receiving the copy of this, just reach out to me and I can send it over to you. So on the top over here, we have our brand defense campaigns. These are defense of our own brand name. If your brand has searches, this is the first thing that you need to set up. It will not take any budget, but any people who will click on your ad on your branded terms will probably buy, and it will be a very good campaign for you. So we will start from the bottom of the funnel here, and I'm going to just break down which exactly campaigns we can create here. The campaigns with highest potential for sales are long tail, high conversion keywords, right? This is the keywords that have higher conversion intent from the customer right from the start. So if we're looking at our example here, we might have a keyword that is industrial fan, or we might have a keyword that shop fan heavy duty 24-inch. So the second keyword is much more relevant because it has two different keywords that are very specific, heavy duty and the size of 24-inch. When we're going to advertise on these two keywords, we expect that we will get more conversions from the longer tail keywords, right? We might get more sales from the other one just because it has more volume, but in terms of conversion one, we need longer ones, but not only long ones, right? You want to make sure it's a longer keyword, but also it has the specifics that people are looking for in your product, right? If you sell big, don't advertise on small on long tail keywords that have small in it, right? If you have red, don't advertise on red dress for girls summer 2024, right? It's a long tail keyword, but it's highly relevant only to another color. So this is my first point. Long tail, and usually I prefer exacts only. And for the sake of this conversation, we launch only single keyword campaigns, right? We try not to launch keywords, campaigns where we have more than one keyword. Ideally, that's what we want to do. After this, we have highest intent of conversion is direct competitors. So here, we are putting all the super direct competitors. They should be like our product. It's just, a different brand or different, a small, tiny thing. You probably wouldn't have a lot of direct competitors for this niche. Out of 20 top competitors, I found 7, which is quite a lot. Usually you don't have that many direct competitors, but it depends on the size of the niche. So this is also the second layer, I think, that might be the highest converting one over here. Is your direct competitors. The next one would be phrase match campaigns for your long tail high relevancy. So you would use the same keywords from this list, but in phrase match. And on the next step, I have exact phrase high volume or indirect competitor ASINs, right? Exact phrase keywords for high volume might work really well too, right? So there are cases when, for example, you have a keyword that is on top of the funnel in terms of like search volume, it's very short. That's the specifics of the niche. So the keyword essential oils might be the top performing keyword with highest conversion rate in this niche, right? And it might have the most searches at the same time. So these cases also happen, and we have to be sure that we also cover high volume keywords as much as we can. In this case, we have like 15,000 budgets, so we can try to cover it. The next thing in terms of conversion potential is this exact/phrase match for high volume keywords. In this case, it would be outdoor fan, industrial fan, shop fan, garage fan, and all these huge volume keywords. And on the same like level, I would put indirect competitor ASINs. So this would be 20-inch ones. This would be those smaller ones. This would be like 2-packs ones. They are very similar to our product. They might be the same product, but they are lower velocity, for example, much lower velocity, much lower price, much lower size. For this specific niche, I think they are less direct. So I would call them indirect competitors. On the next layer of my hierarchy of ad types, I have this 5 different types of campaigns. They're all can drive you sales, but the major objective with them is harvesting, right? You need to try to harvest new search terms, new ASINs from these campaigns. This includes sponsor products category targeting, sponsor products automatic campaign, sponsor products ASIN campaigns in the different types of setups. It could be expanded, it could be negated. These are all different tactics I use to squeeze out more search terms from harvesting campaigns. And sponsor products broad match campaign. We want to open up our dive that we did for this product in the past, and we just want to download our keywords over here. The only thing I want to put here is the relevancy filter. I just remember from the last time we have identified 40% as our baseline relevancy, and I want to keep it the same. So right now I'm going to go and I'm going to download this file. And once I have the download, I will go ahead and share my screen in the Excel, and we're going to continue from there. Okay, so here we have our Excel file. And what I want to do with this is do a couple of changes right away. I want to delete relevancy and all other columns to the right. I want to keep this and just expand this a little bit. Okay, so first of all, based on everything I said, I want to identify possible structure for my campaigns. And based on what I know, what budgets we have, what kind of semantics here we have, I want to try to pencil the following structure. So over here, we'll keep the space for our budget. Over here, we'll write sponsored products, high relevancy. We can put exact plus phrase. So as you remember, this is the top side of the spreadsheet that I showed you. Then we go and we put ASIN direct. It will be sponsored product high velocity, and we want to test those both in phrase and in exact as well. And the next one will be ASIN indirect competitors. And the last one will be sponsored products automated campaign for the harvesting. So this will be my harvesting option. I want to start thinking about which high relevancy keyword I have. Here we need to go back to our listing in the browser, and we want to think a little bit about what this product is about. We did a little bit of research last time when we looked at title, and now we know which keywords are important and people search for and which keywords people are not searching for. Outside of some obvious keywords, we have a couple of them that I think are high relevancy. I would say those are 24-inch specific size and high velocity. We'll go back to our Excel file, and we're going to try to identify which of those search terms that we have in our list are actually high relevancy ones. So first of all, I'm going to search for 24, and I can see quite a lot of keywords for 24. Over here, we want to take a look at which of them have more than 500 searches, and we will take all of these keywords here and we'll put them over here. What else? We want to do high velocity. Let's see, this is good. This is a good keyword. Let's put it manually over here. High velocity. Let's take a look at what kind of high velocity, high CFM we have. We have a ton of them, but some of them have 20-inch in there. So I want to probably get rid of that one. But we can take again all of the keywords that have more than 500 searches. We can put them here and we can just remove 20-inch ones. Now we're done with that. And I just want to make it look good. Here we have our high relevancy keywords. The next thing for us is to identify ASIN direct competitors. So here we need to go back to the browser and I will go to the data dive. So I'm going to open my data dive and I'm going to look at which items have 24-inch and higher size. So I'm going to go one by one. So this one doesn't, it's 20-inch. This one is 20-inch. This one is 20-inch as well. This one is 20-inch. This was 30. I'm going to take it for sure. It says 24 to 30-inch. So we want to use that. And I'm putting it on my Excel sheet. This is 20-inch, 24. I'm inserting that to my Excel preparation, 18-inch. Let's see, this one is 30-inch. Let's take this one too. This one is 24 as well. Tempware, 20-inch. This one is ours. High CFM, yes, definitely. Build hard, 20-inch and 24-inch. Okay, the last one is a 24-inch. We're gonna take this one and then I want to take 5 ASINs for my indirect competitors. Direct competitors are those that have like 24-inch and higher size, and indirect are gonna be those smaller ones. We want to pick 5 top 20-inch ones. So this is gonna be this Amazon Basic. Let's pick up this 2-pack. Let's pick up this competitor over here. Let's pick up this Hurricane competitor. I probably want to pick up another competitor over here. We will have 5. Let's go back to our Excel sheet and I'm going to show you what we have here because we have some changes. We have 7 ASINs for direct targeting over here, like our direct competitors, which we think will convert better. And then we have indirect competitors, so slightly less relevant, but still we can expect conversions from this. So the last thing that we need to do is we need to harvest our high velocity here. We have most of the keywords in high relevancy. I think it doesn't really matter. We can take 10 top keywords over here and just launch them and test how it goes, right? We obviously don't want to have any like 20-inch ones, but we can test all the keywords that have like about 15,000 searches or higher one by one. So we're trying to pick the segments that we can target. This niche has tons of semantics. And what we want to avoid is having 150 keywords, each spending $1.50, and none of them actually gives us any data to understand if this is a high relevancy keyword or not. So for the beginning, we want to focus on this structure now. And over time, if these keywords are not working, we can always pause them and launch new ones. So the final thing here is how much money do we want to spend in each of those segments. So for this high relevancy segment, I would like to allocate $200 a day, right? I think we can spend it there. We should spend as much as possible in this high relevancy, longer tail keywords. The second one is ASIN Direct. I think for ASIN Direct, we can expect about $50 in spend a day. And if we can spend more, we will spend more. For high velocity, we will spend $150 a day for the beginning. For these two, I think we will allocate about $70 a day for ASIN indirect competitors, and then about $30 a day for automatic campaigns. So if my calculation is correct, we'll have exactly $500 budget over here, which is 15,000 a month. The next step for us is just to take all of these keywords, launch the campaigns. If I were to launch these campaigns, I would use my tools where we create multiple different campaigns on scale and bulk. And I would just start monitoring the performance. I would make sure that all of my campaigns are spending money. All of the keywords are actually spending money and we're gaining data. We're controlling the budgets, we're optimizing on the go in order not to have like 5 keywords spending and other 17 not spending, right? This is what we don't want. And this is quite a simple but strong structure. We would harvest search terms, we would target highly relevant keywords right from the start. We would target aggressively our direct competitors and indirect competitors and so on and so on. Here is my approach for structuring the campaigns. This one has been just an example, but I think it's applicable to a lot of other projects.